Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, dear authors and get invited guests. Welcome to Technical Session 9A. Myself, Karthik Bharadwaj, and this session would be moderated by me. On behalf of Global Knowledge Research Foundation and GR Solistic LLP, it's my great pleasure to welcome you to the 9th International Conference on Smart Trends in Computing and Communication, SMARTCOM 2025, Pune, India. The ninth edition of the conference is being organized in a hybrid mode. The physical event was held yesterday, a day before yesterday in Pune, India, and the virtual event is being held through Zoom yesterday and today, that is 30th and 31st January 2025. I hope you will enjoy the knowledgeable interactive session throughout the day. In this session, we have 10 presentations. Each presenter will be given 8 minutes for their presentation and 2 minutes for question answer round. On 7 minutes, I will raise a gentle reminder. There is another request to all the participants to stay connected with us till the closing remark. And if you have any query or any update, you can write it to me in the chat box. So before moving forward, I would like to introduce you with today's session chair, Ms. Sharmila Kande. Ms. Sharmila Kande was an associate professor, Department of Information Technology from Sri Damodar College of Commerce and Economics, Margo, Goa. She has 24 years of experience in teaching and administration. Presently, she is associated with a women-led organization, Vidya Vikas Mandal, which is working towards social cause and issues especially related to women and environment. She has a vast experience in conducting training in IT and web-based business tools. I request ma'am to kindly acknowledge our participants.
Thank you, Mr. Karthik. Thank you for the introduction. Just one correction there. I'm associated with Vidya Vikas Mandal as technology advisor, and the women's wing is Margaon Mahila Mandal. So that's just the extra work that I do. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Now moving towards the first presentation of the day. For the first presentation, I would like to call Shruti for the paper title Advancing Farming with AI Machine Learning for Precision Crop Advisory and Sustainability. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, you can start the presentation. Your topic sounds very interesting.
Okay.
I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Visible?
Yes, your screen is visible, but I think you
My
need to be a little bit more clear. I can't hear you very clearly. Am I audible clearly?
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Yeah, thank you.
My name
Uh,
is my name is Shruti. I am from Jarosat University of Science and Technology from Gujarat. Today, I would like to present on the topic advancing farming with AI, machine learning for precision crop advisory and sustainability. This is my outline of my topic: abstract introduction, basic methodology, architecture, results, and limitations. Abstract. We know that our farming is the backbone of our country. The agriculture sectors in India heavily relies on the traditional methodology, but the day by day our technology will increasingly accept the technology. Natural environment factors significantly impact of the farming operation, and many process remains outside of the limited growth. If we use the traditional method, the farmers don't know the how our country is developed. Machine learning and deep learning can resolve these problems. And by the using the technology, using the ML, the farmer can maximize the productivity. The objective is to all the farmer understand the technology and maximize their profit. The importance: agriculture is the crucial sector in the Indian economy, employing the half of the workforce, but it faces the many challenges due to our environment factor. Machine learning approach: we use the machine learning that that it provides the data-driven insight for the better crop, for the selection and the farming technique. Outcome at the end, we give the certain parameter and we apply the machine learning algorithm. Then it gives the best crop that is the suitable for our land. This is our basic methodology. We give the parameter like temperature, humidity, and pH, and then we apply the machine learning algorithm. Then it gives the crop which is suitable. It is the how our project going to the user, the user interface. Then we gives the parameters. Then user gives. We collect the data set. We in these we I collect the data set from the Kaggle. We proceed the data. Then we recognize the data. Then we train on the data. Then applying the machine learning algorithm like random forest, decision tree, and based on that we test the data. Then it gives the our recommendation which gives the crop and it gives the result. We use the accuracy is a different for the different algorithm like KNN, logistic, SVM. The highest accuracy that gives the is a random forest algorithm. Limitation of this data dependency. The accuracy of crop recommendation relies on a high quality up-to-date data. We need the data day by day. We update our data set by the weather like today. Limited acceptability. Small scale farmer. We know that the village area farm does not understand our high technology. That is the limitation. Environmental reliability. Sudden weather change, pest or other unpredictable factor may reduce the effectiveness of the machine learning prediction. Then conclusion. It is clear that machine learning is the agriculture is not just a futuristic concept. It is a necessary to traditional farming method alone can no longer meet by the demand. Machine learning, we need the machine learning in the traditional methodology with technology. Then ensure the long-term agriculture sustainability. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank
Thank you,
you,
ma'am.
Angad. Yeah. Uh, I can ask the question straight away, right, Mr. Karthik?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can.
Angan, if you can just tell me or give me one example of what kind of about the crops, like what is the recommendation that your app would provide to the farmers?
We give the we give the temperature, humidity, soils, and pH of our land, and based on that, our system gives the crop which is suitable for that land.
Okay, and you mentioned that you have taken all the data from data set from Kaggle, right?
Yes.
So whatever is available in Kaggle and what is actually happening on the field, in the farms, are those attributes matching? Have you all just checked that?
Sometimes it gives the correct, but in data set we have the limited data, then we cannot find the correct answer in all the times.
Okay, but have you all checked it with some farmers? Have you all tested your the work with any farmers?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Ravi Patel for the paper title Beyond the Dashboard, Examining Tableau Attributes, Sector-Specific Application and Addressing Data Visualization Challenges. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Uh,
Yes, sir, you are audible.
yes, I'm just sharing.
Okay, sir.
See, how can I actually share a screen? Yes, screen band करो. Word open.
So right at the bottom of your screen, you will find a share screen option. So I think you can just try that.
Okay. Can you see my screen?
Sir, it's loading. Yeah, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. Shall we start now?
Sir, but we are able to see your PhD paper literature folder, not the PPT.
Let me share again. Uh, now can you
Yes,
see
sir.
my
Now the
screen?
PPT is visible.
Okay. Can we
You
start
can.
now?
Yes, sir. You can proceed.
Okay. Good afternoon, one and all. My paper title is Beyond the Dashboard: Examining Tableau's attributes, sector-specific applications, and addressing data visualization challenges. Paper ID 2. Now these are the index. These are the agenda for today's presentation about introduction, BI tools, current trends, Tableau, about Tableau, then industry application of Tableau, comparing Tableau with other tools and challenges, and finally conclusion. Right? So if you see the importance of the data now, right? As we all know, data is new oil and information is pure gold now. One picture worth thousand words. Picture has the power to convey what words often fail to express. And data visualization means graphical presentation of information, and that helps us to identify trends, patterns, insights, and any understandable format, right? Then there are importance of this in various industries. Now, modern industry depends on the data, information, and how you process information, how you present information. Based on that, the business can make a data-driven decisions, and that's why the tools like Tableau, Power BI are emerging, and they plays a vital role in modern industry now, and that helps them to understand data and make a data-driven decisions, right? Understanding the complex data sets and reducing the time to analyze the spreadsheet reports and the data that is available in whatsoever format, right? Now the various tools and various technology is developed to analyze the various type of data. So early methods that we all know that we were using static bar chart and graphs in A reports. Now then we started using Excels and business intelligence tool. And now currently we are using interactive tools, real-time data visualization. And now people are also waiting for the AI enhanced analytics, right? Now, if you go with the various tools available in the industry, so as you can see, there are various tools there in the industry that are very heavily used, like Tableau, Data Pipe, Sense, Yellow BI, Power BI, SAP BI, Quick View, and many more. These are the very important tools that are currently very famous in the industry and for business analysis and visualization. Now, if you see the current trend, now as you can see the Google trend, then this Power BI versus Tableau, the Tableau is gaining momentum here. As we can see, now according to the analytics or Google trend, we can see that the Tableau is getting more popular over the time. Other important part, let us discuss about the Tableau. So Tableau is a leading data visualization BI tool nowadays, right? It can analyze, interpret the data, and present data in interactive and insightful way, right? It can create interactive and shareable dashboard, right? It has intuitive interface, robust analytics, means advanced calculation, forecasting, statisticals, AI, and all that now supported. Advanced visualization like dynamic dashboard, real-time updates, interactive visual elements. Right now, other important part you can also integrate with the other cloud providers and other tools and other ecosystems like MS SQL Server, Excel, Google C, AWS, and all other. And even it provides SDK and API so that any third-party application can also easily integrate with these particular tools. Now it can also help us to collaborate. Means sometimes what happens if you have a complex data and we have a more than one researcher or one academician or a industrial person working on the data. In that case, we require collaboration. How we can collaboratively work on the same project in the same presentation. In that case, also Tableau provides the facility to collaborate, live collaboration, and you can also assign various roles and limitations and all that. These are the facilities given by the Tableau. So in industry, it is very useful. Now, scalability is very important part for the Tableau also. Scalability means it can work with all type of data, all type of businesses, right? Even small to big. Even nowadays, it can work with the big data kind of data with very efficiently. Right now, if you see the various applications of the Tableau, means industry Tableau are widely used in various sectors. So just to name a few here, we have introduced few listed here. Like finance, in finance, we can use this tool for risk management, performance analysis, and there are various companies like Bank of America, Citibank, and all other are using this. Then in healthcare, we can use these particular type of things like for patient care, then operational efficiency and other analytics and data. Right. Then we can use the in the retail sector also. We can use in retail sector, for example, you can use for the sales performance, forecasting, customer behavior analysis, product understanding, customer behavior reviews, and all other things, right? And current trend. And it can also be used in education sector, like student performance, engaging the students' details and tracking the student particularly. Right? Even it can be used in politics and it can be used in many other areas. In research also, we can use this type of tool to just to analyze the various complex data that we have on hand. Now, the main part of this is how we can compare it with the other tools. Means how it actually shines, how W do better. Right? For that, we have taken various parameters or attributes, we can say, and we have compared this with W, Power BI, Quick View, then Google Studio, and various features like age of use, data integration, performance, visualization capability, customization, collaboration, host, learning curve, mobile support, deployment options, unique strengths and limitations. So if we compare with this particular feature with all these type of tools, then we found out that this particular tools is really shining because these tools are really doing much better in almost all cases, right? For example, if you see the performance is really very high, means it can integrate and it can work with a large data set, right? It can connect to the various data sets, right? It is very easy as it is a user friendly drag and drop interface, right? It has excellent mobile application, right? It is very excellently managing this particular graph and the dashboard space particularly, right? And it has almost limitations like it is having the cost. Means the cost is the biggest problem with this particular tablet because the cost is highest compared to all other tools that we are having in the market, right? And somewhat we need to learn because the size of this particular tablet is quite different than the normal like Power BI, Excel, and Google, right? And this is what our observation. Now,
Sorry to
as we
interrupt,
can see,
sir, but you have
yes,
1 minute to conclude.
okay. Okay, now we can see that data visualization means we have to very clearly tell our story so that we can act upon. This is the main idea. Now, if you see these particular challenges like data cleaning, data preparation, optimizing dashboard design, right, user-centric layout, efficient space, advanced interactive features like drill down, real-time data updates, dynamic filters, and all those are the data challenges and that are very efficiently managed by the government. And in future, we can integrate AI, machine learning, augmented analytics, enhanced collaboration like cloud-based solutions and real-time sharing, right? Self-service analytics, data recovery, then data discovery, or we data narratives also because of GNAI. As we all know, we can integrate GNAI for this, for the properly implementing audio, video, and images and graphs for the better presentation. Now, if we can conclude this, then the W empowers industry through various analytics like data-driven decision making, wide industry adaptation, intuitive interface, right? It can critically work with the challenges like streamline data preparing, like all data pipeline can be managed, we can say. And the W we can consider as a front-end tool for the data, right? It comprehensive presentation and visualization, interactive and real-time analytics, storage, then we can have a greater flexibility, better experience, and stronger data visualization with all type of chart support. And that's why in this particular research or in this particular survey, we have identified that the W is a very wonderful tool for the industry allocation with all the industry requirements that we have covered, that we have analyzed. Right. Now, I would like to acknowledge my all co-authors and the research paper cited authors for their wonderful work. And I would like to have any question from them.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed presentation on Tableau. Just had a question, like while you were presenting, just wanted to know what motivated you to take up a study like this, where you are comparing Tableau to various other tools.
Right. See, the main motivation behind it, there are a plenty of tools available, which all tools are having various features, and the comparing means they to identify a tool for a particular use case or for the current industry trend. It is quite difficult, and in modern era, we have a lot of type of data. And the all decisions are now based on the data-driven decision. So the importance of the dashboard and data processing and the presentation is really very important. And that's why we think that this particular tool should, this type of studies should present and to the other researcher so that they can identify and they can do more research on this area.
Okay, that was good. But the comparison that you all have shown, is it that you all have actually used all these tools and then compared it yourself, or this was something which was already available?
See, we have actually analyzed the tools like Tableau and Power BI, and the rest of the tools we have taken reference. And for the purpose, we have taken sample data sets for all the domains, and we have tried to adapt and try to mock this particular user requirement and how and what time and what are the capacity and how efficiently it can present. That was our main idea. And after applying this on various tools, we have concluded that this particular Tableau tool is industry leading and it is more suitable for all type of dimension like space, capability, efficiency, time, and all that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Patel. I think this would help the other researchers, to choose the tools whenever needed, depending on what area or topic they are, working on. So thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you, madam. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, mom. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Aditi for the paper title Collaborative Robot Automated Task Optimization. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Yeah, I'll share my screen once again.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll just rejoin once again. There's some issue with this device. Is it okay? Just
Yes, ma'am.
it'll take 2 minutes.
No problem. Ma'am, till that, can we proceed further?
I think you can take the next one, no, by then, if the other person is ready.
Okay, ma'am. Now moving on to the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Shravani, for the paper title, Denoising Techniques of Audio Signals, a review. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Excuse me, sir. Uh,
Yes, ma'am.
yes. Instead of Shravani, is it fine if I present our topic?
No problem, ma'am. You can proceed.
Yeah. Thank you. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. You can.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. So our topic is denoising technique of audio signals. We are trying to develop a denoising technique for audio signals using a combination of multi-scale principal component analysis and ensemble empirical mode decomposition. Basically, audio signals are used in a lot of real world applications like headphones, loudspeakers, etc. While they are also used in a lot of denoising is also used as a main factor in a lot of pre-processing methods, stages for various research projects. That makes the topic very important. Um, so, like we have seen traditionally a lot of methods are used like SVD or just PCA, just EMD. Here we are trying to use a combinational method that would improve the efficiency of the denoising. So I'll explain the methodology in brief. First, initially we'll take an original signal for reference. To this, we will add AWGN noise, that is additive white Gaussian noise. Uh, when this noisy signal we have gotten, we'll apply VCR, that is variance contribution rates, that will decide how much the signal contributes to the how much the signal is contributing to the original signal. And based on that, if the VCR is less than 0.01, we will remove it. That is, it is a high frequency noise, so we'll remove it, and we'll further apply EEMD on it. When EEMD is applied, we'll get IMFs, that is intrinsic mode functions, which will act as the main functions that add to the original noise. So based on this, when we apply MSPCA, that is multi-skill principal component analysis, we will get eigenvalues and eigenvectors. That is, it will decide what parameter of the signal is, or like what direction and what parameter of the signal is important. And based on that, we will align the axis and therefore find the eigenvalues. Eigenvalues are the values of the signal that contribute the most to the or are most similar to the original signal. And thus, when we find the cumulative eigenvalue, if the cumulative eigenvalue is greater than 85%, so that means it is contributing it is contributing to the noise mode. So if it is greater than 85%, we'll set that to 0, and the rest of the signal will further proceed to reconstruct the Hankel matrix for reconstruction of the denoise signal. And thus, after this, when we have reconstructed the denoise signal, then we'll use soft thresholding to soften the output and gain the denoised output. Now, I'll explain the algorithm in the mathematical format. So, in order to obtain IMFs, we have used EEMD on the noisy signal. We can calculate the VCRs using the given formula. If the VCR has a value less than 0.01%, then we'll remove those. The rest of those will carry forward to create a Hankel matrix and apply MSPC on it. Then we will calculate the eigenvalues. If the cumulative eigenvalue is greater than 85%, we will set it as 0. If it is not, we will carry it forward for calculating or reconstructing the denoised signal. This denoised signal will then be softened using the soft thresholding method, and where we get the output. So we have carried this process on MATLAB, and this is how we can see the output. Here you can see that the original signal and the final denoised signal are much similar as compared to the noisy signal. Here we can we have come upon a few performance parameters that will decide how much better is the EEMD method. And here we have compared SNR values for 5 types of signals, that is block signals, ECG signals, bumps, Doppler shifts, and heavy signs. Now, for these signals, we can see that the SNR values calculated by using the EEMD MSPCA method, that is given by the dark blue one, is the highest in almost all of the signals. So it is the this method is proving to be efficient for all of the signals, much more efficient than normal low-pass filters or wavelet reconstruction or SVDs. Concluding, I would like to say the denoising plays an important part in pre-processing stages and finds wide-scale applications in the real world. Traditionally used filters are quite simple and cannot add to the efficiency of the denoising, and that is why we believe that EMD MSPCA is. We have come to the conclusion that EMD MSPCA based denoising is working better. Yeah, that's it. We are open to any questions.
Thank you, Ishwari, for this presentation.
Yes.
Just want to know if you're planning to, apply this to some real life application
Sorry.
as a project. You have done this as a project or something?
Yes, we are doing this as a project. Yeah.
Okay, so you've already got the results and it's already tested and
So we have attained like basic results where we are just comparing SNRs, and there is a assumption that the noise added is white Gaussian noise. Further, we will explore more with other noise types and try to make it as similar to the real world noises.
okay. So are you planning to approach somebody with this technique for them to use it in any product?
So we are working with one of our professors, and further we might approach. Yes.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much. All the best.
Thank you.
Hello. I have a question. So you were telling that as of now, you guys are splitting denoising using only white noise, right?
Yes.
Is there any possibility that you will be able to split different audio profiles also? So, like for example, given a music video or anything, if there are two people speaking, can you differentiate that, like at some future prospect?
Right. So currently, when we are applying, we are basically removing noises that have like high frequency noises. If we have to differentiate, I think we'll have to work on it later. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any possibility of the code being available?
Sorry.
Is the code available, or have you guys kept it private?
No, we have not yet released it. Yeah.
Okay, because I was working on something similar. That's why. Okay, nice to
Okay.
talk to you. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Renuka Deshmukh for the paper title Digital Transformation and the Waste Management Revolution Application of Innovative Technologies for Smart City. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am. You can proceed, Shane.
Yeah, I'll just share this.
Ma'am, there's some disturbance, some other noise also coming in, so if you can just.
Yes, sir. I'll just mute them. Wait, just one. Is my screen visible, sir?
Yes, yes, it's visible.
So the title of the presentation is Digital Transformation and the Waste Management Revolution, Application of Innovative Technologies for Smart City. So first of all, I would like to thank all the panel members and organizers for giving me this opportunity. So I'll just start with the presentation with your permission. So problem explanation. So why this topic was chosen, why it is important in today's scenario. So as we all know, in today's world, we frequently see garbage bins or dust bins placed in public places are overflowing. So it is creating a lot of health problems, unhygienic condition for the people, and a bad smell around the surroundings. So this led to spread of some directly diseases and human illness. So the need of the hour is to control this waste management and to take some steps for managing the waste. So significance of the topic and the research objectives. So as we know, waste management is a growing problem that all the localities and organization must hurry up to tackle as the world's population continues to expand. So increasing rest of consumption from our growing population, more waste production requiring efficient and effective management is needed. So some statistics shows us from the World Bank that 2.1 billion tons of municipal solid waste gas generated globally in 2016, with exports predicting a steep rise to 3.40 billion in 2050. So this is an alarming situation, and I think there is a need to manage the things to save our planet. The segregation process quickly becomes inefficient due to these labor-intensive tasks, resulting in human error. The traditional way of managing waste is not useful in this today's digital world. So there is a need now to use some digital technologies which are available in the emerging era. So therefore, we have tried to emphasize on this topic. So this is where computer vision technology can help identify waste, separate it, and ensure its proper disposal. So in this article, we will propose computer vision as an effective tool for waste management. So we will be focusing on all the modern technologies like AI application, IoT, and all other modern technologies which can help us for waste sorting, recycling, and improvement of the overall disposal processes for smart cities in an increasingly visual world. So artificial intelligence and waste management. So we have tried to explore some of the AI tools for waste management. So the field of artificial intelligence and machine learning has evolved significantly in recent years. Many industries began adopting these technologies to improve project cost effectiveness and efficiency while identifying the tool to give them a leg up on the competition. So one such industry in the waste management is the waste management industry. So companies mainly focus on segregating the waste, disposing it safely, and approximately recycling the waste with the assistance of intelligent robots. So many waste management companies are doing this task very efficiently today, due to which we can control and manage the waste. So this is the depiction of intelligent waste management technology which is available. So artificial intelligence. So smart waste management, as we all are aware of the concept smart city. So smart waste management is an important area under smart city. So under this we have explored through the vast literature review few of the techniques which are available. So chemical analysis, then waste to energy conversion, optimizing sterilization, then identifying biological and fossil carbon in solid waste, then field of use, so optimizing the logistics and transportation, identifying and mitigating illegal dumping, urban application. Under that, we have explored waste sorting robots like smart bin systems, sensor-based waste monitoring, prediction models for waste generation, prediction models for waste generation. Sorry. So this will yes. So the above illustration, which is just depicting the various ways that AI can optimize waste touch points from object identification to object sorting to predictive analysis. So each method involves the application of a specific domain in AI. For example, we can estimate the amount of waste production using historical data. So what if we want to identify what waste items are put in the garbage, but being in real time? So what can we do to prevent bean overflow before it occurs? So all these questions comes to our mind, and which creates a big question again to before the society. So for truly solving real world scenarios, organizations are required to more than just a computer vision tool or algorithm. So they need to use this in current scenario. Fully end-to-end solutions help to solve overarching challenges and implement production-ready applications. So we have focused then on computer vision in waste management. So here we have focused on all these four major points. So automated waste sorting robots, smart waste bins, detecting illegal waste dumping and disposal, detecting valuable resources in the waste. So computer vision gives us the ability to analyze and process images and videos as mentioned above. So these techniques can be applied to identify and analyze visual data. A few applications of computer vision in waste management. So we are going to study one by one. Okay, before going to the application part, this figure will help us how it is managed using different technologies and what are the benefits. So we can see the benefits are given below: increase waste management efficiency, reduce spread of diseases, decrease labor expenses, reduce environmental pollution, and equipment's predictive maintenance. So first application was automated waste sorting robots. I'll just make it on full screen. Give me 5 minutes. So application automated waste sorting robots. So as we all are aware, these robots are available nowadays with intelligent, which are used as an intelligent technology. So every day, human workers collect various types of waste from different locations. However, human error often plays a role in unmet efficiency standards in recycling and disposal, namely when waste is not properly sorted. So this is where we find opportunities for combining robotics with computer vision. So implementing object detection, computer vision systems can identify and classify different types of waste. So waste sorting robots equipped with cameras and sensors detect these materials in real time. Trained on extensive diseases, these robots accurately sort
Sorry to
waste.
interrupt, ma'am, but you have 1 minute to conclude.
Okay. Yes, sir. So I'll just go quickly with the main points. So waste sorting robots will help us to capture the image, pre-processing, object detection, data analysis, waste categorization, robotic arm activation, sorting, feedback loop, integration with IoT. Then we have some smart waste bins. So these waste bins stops the spread of diseases, increases waste management efficiency, reduces the environmental pollution, and maintain the hygiene of surroundings. Then regulating dumping and disposal. So smart city street level surveillance. So security cameras using CNN can monitor streets, identifying waste and pinpointing its location. So then we have regulating dumping and disposal. So human activity detection, cameras integrated with algorithms like open ports or YOLO can direct individual dumping waste in public areas. Aerial monitoring, high resolution images from drones and satellites can identify illegal dumping sites from broader perspective. Then next is identifying and removing valuable waste items. So here waste often contains reusable and recyclable materials, so making recycling one of the most effective ways to reduce disposable waste and minimize environmental impact. However, recycling is not as simple as processing waste directly. So first, different materials must be accurately classified for proper recycling. So while human workers can perform this task, it presents several challenges like inefficient classification, rising labor cost, increased time required for segregation. These issues can be addressed by using computer vision equipped devices in recycling facilities for the sorting process. Researchers have developed various models to automate these tasks and thus improve recycling rates. So the solution, like one of the solution to the given problem is e-bins and an IoT-based platform. So e-bins will be equipped with GPS for precise location, which will make it easy to collect and manage the garbage. Solar panels are affixed to the tops of the e-bins, helping to power the sensors. Smart sensors assist in indicating the level of trash in the e-bins. So once the level reaches maximum, a sign indicating bag is full. So this appears over there. So when the e-bin is full, the trash van will receive the location of e-bin for a collection of trash. So this was one of the models which was found in the literature review. And then we tried to add on the technologies which are available in the modern world, the feasibility of solutions. So we should try also the feasibility in that particular area. So waste management e-bins include smart sensors, GPS, which help to locate the trash and e-bin, and fill levels are measured using ultrasound technology. So these e-bins, can I continue? Yeah. So wet sensors help calculate the accurate weight of the trash. Solar panels are installed on top of the e-bins to help charge the battery that powers the e-bins. So this is how it works. Examples of software are Sigfox and LoRaWAN. So these were available in the literature review which we conducted. So comparing with existing solutions. So bins that are present today are not being maintained properly and the trash is not being placed in proper way. So the e-trash bins will bring new innovations and ideas to garbage collection and waste management. So when compared with other software like Zigbee, RSM and RFID, the IoT is easier to use. So the waste management solution for e-trash bins include smart sensors and GPS, which help in accurately locating the trash bin, and ultrasound technology is used to measure the fill level in e-trash. In contrast to the other bins that rely on less accurate IR sensors and Wi-Fi based migration, these e-trash bins use a more precise system. So application part. So IoT applications in smart waste management are replacing garbage collection trucks and sanitation department workers. So these types of applications help to decrease environmental degradation. It will be difficult for IoT applications to reach remote areas for smart waste management. This system requires more waste bins for separate waste collection as per population of the city, which results in an initial cost due to the expensive smart dustbins compared to other methods. Thank you, sir. This is all about our paper.
Thank you, ma'am. The topic was something that, the solution is very much needed for almost every city in India, whether it's a smart city or not. So your paper is basically based on literature review. First I thought, you're giving you all have actually developed a solution for it. Um, so,
Uh,
so
yes,
yeah, so it is basically literature review, right? So what is available, in various papers, that is what you all have just clubbed and presented, right?
yes, ma'am. Like we have emphasized few topics. Based on that, we have tried to explore the literature review and what all further studies can be conducted now. That also we have identified, like gap analysis type. So that we have covered.
Okay, so but are you all planning to, actually develop any of this kind of solution?
Yes, ma'am. In our next paper now, we are trying to develop that. So in that we will be using all digital practices which are used in abroad countries also and comparison with India. So how India can develop in comparison with other countries, that also we are trying to cover, ma'am. So
Okay, and
yeah.
sorry, you were saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now based on your study, do you think any of these applications would, actually be useful for any of the cities in India? Like, you're from Pune, so if you had to implement something like this in Pune, like which of these applications you think, would be practical? Which of these solutions you think would be practical?
Yeah, smart bins and all is feasible and practicable because in universities and other major spots also we can use these bins, because in our university also waste management and recycling is done very at a very well in a very well way, but digital technologies are not used currently. So even in our university, for university application also I am writing one paper now. So how university can be developed using digital practices, technologies.
Yeah, so mainly in controlled environments, something like, in a public place, would it work?
Yeah, public place, yes,
Like,
like it,
suppose on the streets, if it's just,
yeah.
if these bins are placed on the streets, like, do you
Yes.
think these
On
would
streets, we
solve?
usually see dumping is done like in illegal way, and like all the flies and all, and it is spoiling the.
Right.
So, this is very much needed at public place, and we can actually should work for implementing technology like smart
Yeah.
waste management in such areas. What I think, sir.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Now
you.
we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Arvind for the paper title Emotion Recognition of Data Using Dynamic Graph Convolutional Neural Network. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Yes, very good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. You can
Yeah.
proceed with your presentation.
Yes, my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is a research paper, emotion recognition with electroencephalogram data using a DGCNN model. Our authors are myself, Arvind Noli, and Dr. Preeti P. From PS University. So coming to the problem statement, so at some point, given the digital age that we are living in, we will be switching from physical therapy to digital therapy. So nowadays, people are not very keen on or very open to talk to people, but they feel more comfortable if they talk to a machine because no one will judge them back. So given that any person can lie up to any extent, so to control that and to really see what their true emotion is our problem statement. And that's the difficulty that we are seeing of recognizing emotions using only the brain signals. So why this complexity comes into play is since it's brain signals, there's a high dimensionality of the data, the complex spatial dependencies between the different electrodes that are taking in the data, and I will soon show you how it's done. And the limitation to traditional approaches, the existing models, which are just classifier models, but ours is a more deep learning approach. So the proposed solution is to implement a dynamic graph convolutional neural network where we project each electrode as a different part of the graph and try correlate events and where we can get to know what the true emotion is. And since this is a graph based neural network, it's adaptive in learning, and in real time, as time progresses, it goes on having recurrent learning. And using fine tuned DGCNN model with 20 input features per electrode. And for the project, we used four emotional states, which is happy, sad, fear, and neutral. So coming to the data set, we use the seed for data set developed by Shanghai Jiao Tong University. And how they basically collected the data set was attached to electrode set to a person's head, which captures all the brain activity. So as we can see here, there are multiple different electrodes, and each electrode has a different numbering. And as we know, different parts of brain emit different signals when the human is exposed to different emotions. So they were made to watch different clips of happy, sad, fear, and neutral emotions. So we know that they are feeling that true emotion. And based on that, we are taking in the brain activity and training our model. So we had around 62 different channels. So 62 different channels like F7, F5, there are 62 like this. And there were around 15 individuals, which was split evenly, around 7 female and 8 males. And the duration of each clip varied. So between the average was around 2 to 3 minutes. So coming to the methodology, we have a few pre-processing steps. So given the frequency bands have a high dimensionality, we had to downsample it we used it up to only 200 hertz for efficient processing. And we also used the band pass filtering. So it signaled between 1 hertz to 75 hertz to eliminate noise. So we denoised it up to an extent. And then we also applied a few noise removal techniques, so something like outlier removal and sudden spikes in the frequency bands, using a moving average and a linear dynamic system. So coming to the feature extraction, we extracted the features from EG signals using a power spectral density, a PhD, which measures the signal power at different frequency bands. So we got to know the entire picture of the person while he was watching the entire clip for 2 minutes. And we also use differential entropy, which captures the complexity in brain signals. So these features were calculated across 5 frequency bands, which was delta, theta, alpha, beta, and gamma, split across different frequency hertz bands. So as we know that I told before that we had around 62 different electrodes, right? So each electrode was like a separate node in our graph representation. So each channels were treated as nodes in the graph, and the edges represent the spatial connections between channels. So we know that different parts or hemispheres of our brain give out different signals while exposed to different emotions. So that's why we use this. And we use the weighted adjacency matrix for the dynamic learning during training. So let's say out of the 62, any 10 can be exposed or creating more signals while watching any sad clip. So therefore we have to be dynamic in nature to like immediately switch between different electrodes. So this is our graph convolutional operation. So where L is the Laplacian matrix that we are using, this very common method while using graph neural networks. And we are using the eigenvector, and we are using the function of it to approximate it to, so that then we can later compartmentalize it into different emotions. So we are approximating it using Chebyshev polynomial, which we'll get to. Yeah. So the model architecture. So we first used an input features of around 20 features per electrode across 62 electrodes, and the graph layers we used a multi-layer graph convolutional to capture spatial and dynamic relationships, and we used an ReLU activation function with a batch normalization and a dropout rate of 0.5. A pooling layer for the average pooling for dimensionality reduction, and a finally connected layer for classification of into 4 emotions, that is happy, sad, fear, and neutral. So we also did a cross entropy for classification, and the Chebyshev polynomial for normalization, basically, which is given in the formula here. And we also had our own loss function that we defined in order to minimize the losses, as we were backtracking after training the model using the given formula. So this was basically like using the adjacency matrix and then multiplying the learning rate by the loss and then reiterating it all over. So yeah, so that was about the pre-processing, our DGCNN model, our graph dynamic graph convolutional neural network, which has a adjacency matrix which adjusts dynamically, and we trained it and we validated it. And coming to a few results, so our classification performance was around 97%, which beats the classical methods that already exist, which are around 70 to 80%. And we also had a high macro and weighted average scores for precision recall and F1 score. And we had a confusion matrix. So therefore, we had strong classification accuracy across all emotional categories, which I will be showing. So this is our this is our matrix where we can say that our accuracy hit 97%. In precision recall, F1 score, and support, we can see all the numbers are high. The left side graph, which is orange and blue over here, is our training accuracy, and the right side is our training loss and validation loss. So here we can see that there's a smooth decline in the graph. So we can see that the training has happened smoothly and the model has learned properly, and there are no fluctuations. And coming to our confusion matrix, we can see that across all the boards of the four labels 0, 1, 2, 3, that's happy, sad, fear, and neutral, we have an approximate of 97% accuracy. So by this, we can conclude that we successfully have found a way where we can correlate brain signals to different emotions, and definitely this has a wider range of applications than just therapy. But that is what we focused on. And a few future work that we were trying to reiterate was maybe we can add a different chatbot where you can directly talk to a AI model where you can have the entire self therapy loop is as a supply chain. Thank you, and I'm open to any questions that are there.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Arvind, and I must actually congratulate you for a study like this. It is very interesting study, and if this is applied in the real world, like the way you're saying, you want to make a chatbot and actually make people use it, it would
Yeah.
really be good. Just one question. Now, all this data that you have taken is from the existing data sets, right? So you have not collected the data from any patient, I mean, any person as such, or have you actually done
Yes,
it?
ma'am. So we did take it from a medical university. So we thought because that is the most clean data set that's available to us. And we also explored ways where we could actually go collect the data sets ourselves. But there were a lot of issues in terms of law because we are collecting private information of a person. So we won't be able to publish any results on that. And there has to be a lot of documents that have to be signed between our university and each patient separately. And even if we collect our data and keep it anonymous and we publish our results and use it somewhere, again they can still sue us. So there were a lot of problems, and we definitely did approach a few hospitals that if they're willing to do it, and even taking all the EEG equipment and doing it for at least 1 hour costed us a lot of money. So therefore we thought it's better to just take any pre-existing clean data set instead of creating our own.
Okay, that's good. But in the future, like once since you already have got the results, do you plan to try it on any real patients here anywhere? Like tie up with any hospital now? Once it.
Yes. So we thought we will explore this into a Limans hospital, which is like a mental hospital in Bangalore. And since we are from Bangalore and our university have ties, so we are basically trying to understand how their brain activity works. And let's say therapy happens, and after therapy, we again take the readings to see if there is an improvement. So they might say yes, they might say no, but we never know if they are actually telling the truth. But if we actually process it via brain signals, we'll definitely know how the situation is.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Lakshya for the paper title Estimating Instagram Post Engagement Using Cutting Edge Machine Learning Algorithms. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Hello, yeah, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible. You can proceed with their presentation.
Yes. Is my screen visible?
No, sir. Sir, if you're facing issues in sharing screen, you can send it to me in the chat box. I can share the screen on behalf of you, if it is visible. Ma'am, shall we proceed?
Yes, just check with him again because I think there was another presenter also, that Aditi or someone who couldn't
Yes,
present.
ma'am.
So
Her presentation will be taken at the last.
last, okay. Fine. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can check with this presenter also. If he's not ready, we can go ahead.
Hello.
Sir, are you able
Yeah.
to share your screen?
Yeah. Now it is visible. Like I'm going to share this one. It is visible.
No, sir. Yes, sir. Now it is visible.
Okay. Yeah. So some issue with my PC. Like, can I rejoin again?
Yes, sir.
Okay, in that case, I think we can move ahead and the next person can present.
Okay, ma'am. So moving on to the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Shreyas for the paper title Handwritten English Character Recognition and Colorization. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Yes, sir, I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you're audible to us.
Okay. My screen is visible, sir.
Yes, sir, your screen is visible to us. You can proceed.
Okay. So my title was Handwritten character English Character Recognition and Image Colorization. So I present the topic. So the introduction was this project is integrates the deep learning for two tasks. So first one was image colorization and second was handwritten character recognition. So image colorization part which converts grayscale image into color using pre-trained CNN model, and handwritten character recognition identifies handwritten English text using CNN based approach. So the key advantages are custom model fine tuning uses a cafe model. We have used the cafe model here with custom weights for improved accuracy. High quality output, no compression ensures better colorization quality, and local processing. No need to upload images to the cloud, ensure privacy and security. So currently we are using in the existing market, they need to upload the image to the cloud, but here we can upload to the local computer. So download feature is also there. We can directly download colorized image. Then next one, motivation. So the project serves multiple real-world applications, including historical restoration, colorizes old images to make them more engaging, aesthetic enhancement, bring black and white images to colorized one, and document preservation also there, restores degraded documents, automation, elements and need for manual colorization. Then so this is the workflow of our image processing application. Firstly, we upload the image on our Streamlit based web application. We have made one web application where we can upload images in the form of JPG, PNG or JPG format, where then image processing was done, and after that there will be two options. Either we have to text extraction or image colorization. So up till now we have worked on the image colorization part and we are working on the character recognition part. So this was our flow chart. So this is a whole combined flowchart for the image colorization and handwritten character recognition. So this was up till now we have done that much of part. So user can upload a grayscale image, then it can read as a byte stream. So byte stream is converted into 0 to 255 is a byte stream. Then it converts into the RGB format. And RGB, there will be 3 channels and it normalizes it into 0 to 1 value. Then RGB will convert into lab color space, which is using PIL, which is a Python imaging library, and it converts RGB to lab, which is a so then extract from LAB channel, we can extract the L channel where is a brightness or luminance is there. Then recite the predicted AB channel and again combine L channel with AB channel. Then we can LAB to RGB again we can convert it and resize the image to 224.224 pixels and prepare it clip and scale RGB and then displays the colorized image. So the modules and library we have used in this project was Streamlit, which is used to create interactive web application interfaces. So next one was NumPy, which performs numerical operations on images. Then OpenCV, image processing and color space conversions. PIL, which is Python imaging library, image handling and download functionality. For that, we have used this. And IO for handling byte stream data for file uploading and downloading. Then performance parameters we have checked in this project was SSIM, which is a structural similarity index measure. So SSIM measures how perceptually similar the colorized image is to the original image. So if it is closer to 1, then it's a better quality. And the PSNR was a peak signal to noise ratio, compares pixel values to evaluate image quality. Higher PSNR is trained to better accuracy in colorization. Then this was a result that we have made the image colorization Streamlit based web application where we can upload the image in any format, PNG, JPG and JPEG format. So and we get this results. So and then we can download this image as well. Then the benefits of this are improve document accessibility, automation and efficiency, potential for multilingual for the character recognition. We are also working on the multilingual expansion also, and protect historical documents using colorizations is and save times and efforts. You inside the one web application we can doing multiple uses, then reduces human error. So the limitations are high conceptual requirements. We need
Sorry to
large
interrupt,
data.
ma'am, but you have 1 minute to conclude.
Okay. Applications are historical image restoration, medical record preservation, library archiving, personal archives, media, and journalism. We can use this. The future scope of this project were specialized models for historical and medical images. User interaction allows user to adjust color manually. Real-time video colorization also possible in data. Mobile and web integration, AI-based restoration. Now, the conclusion was our project successfully recognized handwritten text and colorized grayscale images using CNN module for both tasks, improving accuracy and generalization. Richard Zhang's pre-trained model we have used for the large data set and can be applied documentation, digitization, historical preservation, and automation. So, thank you for this presentation.
Yes, thank you, Shreyas. That is quite a bit of work for the project that you have done, that your team has done.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, what are the various type of images that you have already worked with?
Okay, so for the image colorization part, we have worked on various means we have worked on pre-trained dataset of Richard Zangs. There are more than 1 million plus images of various means humans images and various trees, plants. So for that purpose, we have used it pre-trained data because the accuracy was very much increased after using the pre-trained data. That's why we have used. There are various types of dataset images.
Okay, and were there any very old images or old photographs where it is a bit got some damaged or something? Can that also be converted?
Yes, ma'am. We are also historical images. Also, we can recognize the text, and we are
Where
working
the
on text
original,
part. But
no,
yes,
no, pictures where the
colorization.
quality is slightly lost. Something which you see in the libraries or in the archives or historical places.
Yes, yes. We have tried that one also. There also means colorization was uh, means good as compared to the previously old.
Okay, and how is your this application different from what is already existing? Because now there are a lot of people who are already using it, right, for the existing tools which are available
Yeah,
for
because
colorization.
of okay. So the my project is more accurate, privacy focused and customizable because there is no need to upload the image on cloud, and this is very much security purpose. It is very much an accuracy that we are and we have built a means within one web application there are two functionalities. We don't need to go different websites, and it combines OCR plus colorization, unique and efficient document restoration, and it runs offline as well. You don't need internet. Yeah.
Okay, okay, that's good. Thank you and all the best.
Thank
Thank you,
you, ma'am.
ma'am. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Sanjukta for the paper title ICT-driven financial literacy program empowering citizens for better financial governance. I request presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation. I request ma'am, please proceed with your presentation. Ma'am, you're not audible to us.
Hello, good afternoon. I hope I'm audible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am, now you're audible. You can proceed.
Very good afternoon to all. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sanjukta Haldar, research scholar from the MIT World Peace University, Pune. This paper was written by me along with my research guide, Dr. Renuka Deshmukh. My topic today is ICT-driven financial literacy programs and their role in promoting financial inclusion and governance in India. I would like to thank the organizers for this opportunity and thank you all for joining me. In this research, we examine how information and communication technology enhances financial literacy, especially for undeserved populations of our country. Our study explores the effectiveness of digital tools like mobile applications, online courses, and e-governance platforms in improving financial awareness and decision making. We analyze case studies, discuss the challenges of digital financial education, and propose strategies for all the policymakers, educators, and technology developers to maximize the impact of these initiatives. Moving further ahead for the research motivation behind this particular topic, India faces a significant financial literacy gap particularly among undeserved populations such as our rural communities, low-income groups, and women. Limited access to formal education amongst all of these populations, they lead to economic vulnerabilities and financial exclusion. So our research investigates how ICT can serve as a bridge to close this particular gap. Digital tools, again, all of those like mobile apps, online learning platforms, and e-governance initiatives, they have the potential to provide accessible, cost-effective, and scalable financial education to all. By equipping citizens with financial um, knowledge and with financial knowledge about all of these tools, we can not only improve personal financial management, but also enhance participation in the broader financial system. So this is crucial because financial literacy is directly linked to economic stability and governance. Financial literacy is vital for both individual financial well-being and effective governance. In India, challenges like regional disparities and a large unbanked population make financial education even more important. So ICT provides an opportunity to address these gaps and promote financial inclusion. Now, information and communication technology, or ICT, it has revolutionized financial education by making it more accessible. So tools like the ones that I have just mentioned, and online courses, which are again freely available to all. Online courses, there are various, with the advent of the internet all over our country, it has enabled people in gaining remote access in various areas of our country to gain and to give financial knowledge, empowering them to make informed decisions. Now, I would like to discuss few successful case studies that we came across while doing this research. So Kenya's M-Pesa platform, it combines financial services with educational content, improving financial awareness and access for millions of users. In India, the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, or PMJDY as it's popularly known as, it has successfully used digital platforms to extend banking services and educate citizens on managing accounts, saving money, and accessing financial products. So these programs, they not only empower individuals to make better financial decisions, but also encourage active participation in public fiscal management. These were the key findings of our study. Our study highlights several key findings on the impact of ICT-driven financial literacy programs. First, these programs significantly improve financial behaviors, such as increasing savings, encouraging responsible borrowing, and it also promotes informed investment, particularly among the undeserved populations. Furthermore, our findings also emphasize how mobile apps, social media, and e-governance platforms provide personalized and accessible financial education, allowing users to learn in their preferred languages and formats as well. There are certain challenges to our study also. Despite the immense potential of ICT-driven financial literacy programs, several challenges still hinder their effectiveness. One of the primary barriers is the digital divide. So many rural and economically weaker sections, they lack access to smartphones yet. And around, as we can see around us as well, mostly the economically weaker people, they make use of mobile phones only for the primary use of making a phone call or receiving a text message, or with the increasing popularity of social media, scrolling is mostly what they prefer doing rather than educating themselves about all of these that the government has provided us with. So this is the number one challenge that our country is facing right now with respect to digital literacy. Another key challenge is language and literacy barriers. India's vast linguistic diversity means that financial education content, it needs to be available in multiple regional languages. And besides that, there is also a lack of trust in digital platforms, particularly in rural areas where people often prefer traditional face-to-face interactions over online learning. So there are many individuals who are still hesitant to use digital financial services due to concerns about security, fraud, and a general lack of familiarity with digital tools. So addressing these barriers is crucial to ensure that ICT-driven financial literacy programs, they reach and everyone can benefit out of them. Now, despite these challenges, we still see a lot of opportunities as India has over 1 billion mobile phone users, making mobile technology a powerful tool for financial literacy. Now, the widespread adoption of smartphones, even in rural areas, it presents a tremendous opportunity to reach undeserved populations with financial education. Right? ICT-based financial literacy programs can leverage customizable and interactive learning tools such as mobile applications, gamified learning experiences, and AI-driven chatbots. Moreover, the integration of financial literacy with digital financial services enhances its practical application. For example, banking apps provide financial education alongside transactional features, which help users immediately apply what they learn, right? All the pop-ups that we receive on our mobile banking apps, or rather the pop-ups which appear at the side panel of our screen. So unknowingly also, or rather in a very passive manner also, the mobile banking apps, they try to teach us a lot. So that is where even people with limited access to internet banking or any other digital platform that they're using for banking or any other financial services, in a passive manner also, they can learn a lot from them. So that is an opportunity that we need to tap upon. So by tapping into these opportunities, India can gain, India can bridge the financial literacy gap and ensure that citizens not only gain knowledge, but also develop financial confidence to manage their resources effectively. Now, there are certain recommendations that we have come across for all the people for whom this study would be useful for. Now, to ensure the success of ICT-driven financial literacy programs, we recommend a stakeholder approach involving policymakers, educators, and technology developers. So policymakers should invest in expanding digital infrastructure, right? For example, the Indian government's Digital India initiative, it aims to enhance connectivity and provide digital services to even the most remote regions. Educators should focus on developing multilingual and culturally relevant content. Many financial literacy programs, they fail due to language barriers and low literacy rates, right? For example, the RBI's Financial Literacy Week, which promotes awareness through regional languages and pictorial content, it is making financial concepts more accessible to different demographics. Now, RBI's Financial Literacy Week, it is a very good initiative which was adopted by many senior colleges and degree colleges all over India. So that was something by which the student population of our country was empowered. And technology developers, they play a key role in designing user-friendly and secure financial platforms, and they cater to all literacy levels. For example, in ads like Mera Paisa, which was developed by the MPCI to offer financial education in multiple languages, right? And they also provide certain modules like interactive modules, quizzes, and AI-driven assistance. So by making use of all of these technology-driven and accessible policies, I think we can leverage a lot and help all of these policymakers, educators, and technology developers in making ICT-based financial inclusion a success in our country. Now, in conclusion, I would like to add that ICT is a game changer for financial literacy and the governance in India. So, overcoming challenges like the digital divide, it can ensure financial inclusion for all. So, we need to work together to leverage ICT's potential and create a more financially resilient society. With this, I would like to conclude my presentation here. Thank you, everyone. And I would like to involve any questions or suggestions, if any.
Thank you, Sanjukta, for this presentation. And I
Thank you,
think
ma'am.
it's a good topic to do research on. But I think I was not very clear on what is the methodology that you have used to actually give the findings and the challenges, etc.
Ma'am, the methodology that I have used is literature review and a secondary methodology. So we have done an extensive study on the content that was already there, on the challenges, on the primary findings of various other researchers and what challenges they have faced in the recent years.
Okay, but since you're talking about financial literacy programs, wouldn't it be more effective if you could just go to one rural area, one or two rural areas, and actually talk to people, interview them, and understand what are the whether they're using it. So,
Yes,
are you
yes.
planning for
Yes,
anything like
ma'am. Yes, we are already working on this particular topic wherein we can do a primary research on this particular topic. So that would become much more useful, like focusing on a small area and visiting few rural areas around that particular region. Yes.
Okay. So I hope in the next conference maybe you will present something which you have done primary research on.
Definitely. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. We are
And
definitely working on that. Yes.
okay. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the
Thank you.
presentation.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Piyush for the paper title Speech Emotion Recognition. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation. Moving on to the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Aditi for the paper title Collaborative Robot Automated Task Optimization. I request the presenter to kindly proceed with their presentation.
Hello, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am, your screen is visible to us. You
Yeah,
can proceed.
yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Aditi Zamindar, and today I will be presenting our paper. My co-authors are Vaibhav, Prathamesh, and under the guidance of Dr. S.V. Gaikwad, we are working on this project based on a collaborative robot, which will be performing some automated tasks. And this is a review paper that is going to be that is basically what all research we have done to proceed with our project. So, what is a collaborative robot? Collaborative robots are designed to work alongside humans in a shared environment, enhancing automation while maintaining flexibility and safety. So, unlike any traditional robots which operate in isolation, cobots are built to interact dynamically with their environment and human operators. So the goal of our research is to explore methods in optimizing cobot task execution using any kinematic models, then interface designs and simulation tools to create an environment and understand how cobots work. The background of our project was how robots can be used, or these cobots can be used in Industry 5.0. So basically, we need a human-centric collaboration that can work with humans, as well as perform tasks, repetitive tasks, so that these repetitive tasks that are done by humans can be replaced, and a human can be involved in more productive and more uh, advanced, what we can say is technologies, and working in engineering behind the whole system. So we have explored some uh, already existing cobots. One of the most pioneers in this industry is the Universal Robots UR5, that use strain wave gearboxes, and basically these robot we have studied these robots so that we can implement in our project. um Universal Robotics has a polyscope. Currently polyscope is one of the famous cobots that are being used in uh, in industries for pick and place operations, and in uh, many such, like we have Elephant Robotics and Dubot. So we have studied these already existing products in the industry, and tried to implement a more economical and ergonomical approach through this research. So major tools that we have used are ROS and RWAYS to have the robot work and interact with the hardware, as well as RVs for the simulation tools. This is the comparative analysis that we had done. So we have taken about 5 already existing products, that is the Universal Robots Polyscope, Elephant Robotics MyCobot, then Dubot Studios, and ABB, that is Robot Studios, and KUKA. So these are some of the cobots already existing in the market, and based on the tools and technologies that they have used, we concluded on few of the technologies that we can implement in our own project. So when we come to the implementation of the project, we had to study kinematics modeling and the simulation technologies that are already existing in the that are already used by robotists and hobbyists. So here we have the kinematics model. That is, we analyze that product of exponential model is more efficient than, and a better alternative to the DH method of kinematics. So we made our own inverse as well as forward kinematics library for implementation of the hardware, and determining the positions of the end effectors and the various links and joints of a robot with respect to the fixed frame. So we have a control interface and design in our project. This is the RWAYS simulation and UI screenshots that is currently being implemented and explored through the project. Further, basically, we have achieved the algorithm to pick and place. So our robot can right now do a pick and place operation. So we have first, it will set up the system, then it will go to the home position, then it will detect an object, then it will move to the object and grasp the object, then move to the target and release object position, and then it can return to the home position again. So here in the previous slide, you can see we have a UI interface, which will basically enable the user to interact with the robot directly. The user can provide X, Y, RX, RY, RZ, and the joint angles, where there are some constraints with the environment. So once it goes beyond, for example, the user inputs some uh, position that is beyond the constraints, and the robot is unable to move to that position, the UI has been made in such a way that it can get the interaction, it will get the feedback from the encoders and our motion planning system, and it will show that it's in a singularity or out of the origin that has been defined. So these were some of the challenges that we faced during the implementation of the project, that is the kinematics modeling issues. Since it is a 6DOF robotic arm, we had to ensure that the singularity and real-time constraints were addressed and it was overcome. Then we also have a teaching feature for the cobot. So the person can teach the cobot. So we had to ensure that the robot didn't react abnormally to any human interaction. So for the future work, we are working on how we can implement AI models, and as well as how we can use vision as like camera vision to interact more efficiently with the cobot. And it is to ensure that the cobot is able to understand the environment and react as per how the user gives the input to the cobot. So yeah, with this, I would like to conclude. So in basically our paper was the initial stage of our project. It is basically on how existing models and how existing products are working. So we took out the technologies from each of the existing products and tried to implement our own version, economic version, which can be used in education as well as can be used domestically by users. So yeah, I would like to conclude. We can address questions now.
Yes, thank you, Aditi, for the presentation. And I can see a lot of work that has gone into this project, even before you have started the project. So congratulations to you and your team for the work that y'all are doing. So y'all are graduates, students who are from the graduate program?
Yeah, we are final year students currently studying in PICT, Pune Institute of Computer Technology.
Okay. So as of now, your robot is doing two tasks, you said, right? The
Pick and place, yeah.
So what are the other tasks that you all are planning to automate here?
So basically, a few other tasks that can be done is automating repetitive tasks. So we can teach the robot a particular task and it will automate it, for example, 10x times, 5x times, or maybe more times. So that is one of the applications it can do. So yeah, and another thing is we can teach the robot, like you can physically move the joints and it will learn what points it has to, like it has been, and then it can move automatically. We don't have to like put some inputs from the UI. It will just move automatically.
Okay, from one point to another when it's carrying something.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, it's a good work that you have done, and all the best.
Yeah, thank
for
you.
whatever you're planning in the future. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Anybody else has any questions? The other participants? Or we can move to the next presentation.
Thank you, ma'am. I had just one suggestion. Ma'am, you are exploring the field of robotics, and you have mentioned that you are like trying to implement reinforcement learning. So for that, you can explore Dr. Eureka by Google DeepMind. It's one of the best papers which use reinforcement learning, train the robotic model to work on its own. And for like a pick and drop now, you have using a like physical implementation. For instead of that, you can go for LLM based prompting.
Yeah. We are exploring that as well. Thank you for the suggestion. We'll consider it.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah,
Now
thank
we
you.
are moving towards the next presentation. For the next presentation, I would like to call Lakshya for the paper title Estimating Instagram Post Engagement Using Cutting Edge Machine Learning Algorithms. I request the presenter to kindly proceed. with their presentation.
Hello, I am audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, your screen is visible to us. You can proceed.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Lakshay Gatani, and I am presenting our research on estimating Instagram post engagement using machine learning, along with my team members Chitraksh Madan Singh, Yash Kumar, and our the Dr. Ananita Belli and Harisudha Kureshan. We are from the Department of Electronics and Communication at SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Chennai. In this presentation, I will talk you through our studies where we analyze Instagram engagement using machine learning models to predict post impression, and we compare various algorithm identity the best approach for optimizing social media reach. Let's begin. So our main agenda will be introduction, methodology, dataset collection and preparation, visual aids, feature engineering and selection, model selection, mathematical formulation, visualization and analysis, result and discussion and conclusion. So introduction, Instagram over a 1 million user is a key platform for visual engagement. Predicting post impression using machine learning help businesses and influence optimize content strategies. This study compromise algorithm like passive aggressive regressor, SDG, decision tree, random forest,
Sorry to
linear.
interrupt. Can you just skip the introduction and go to your main study? What is it that you've done?
Okay, ma'am. So data collection and preparation. So we data collecting from Instagram metrics like likes, comments, shares, save, profile visits, follow, and impression. It's a non-numeric feature like hashtag caption we have proceed or removed. The data was split into 80% training and 20% testing. Missing values were handled and featured with scaling using standard scalar for uniformity. So below the formula, it's like x scaled is equals to x minus mu upon rho is used for data collection and preparation. Now feature engineering and selection. A correlation matrix identity key feature like likes, comments, profile visit as most relevant to predicting impression. Feature were scaled for normalization and enhancing model performance. Model selection and mathematical formulation. So we use a passive aggressive regressor. It's an online learning algorithm that's update weight only when predictors are incorrect or outside margin. It minimizes margin like loss function and make it ideal for dynamic dataset requiring real-time prediction. Below is the formula for passive aggressive regressor we use in our research. Second algorithm, we use linear regression. So linear regression predicts impression based on assumption on linear relationship between features and the target values. The linear model is represented by below formula, and the goal of linear regression is to minimize mean square error, which already known as MSC in this. So below is the MSC formula we used. Decision tree and regressor is another algorithm we used for our research. The decision tree regressor use like tree structure when where the dataset is split on feature importance. The model is recursively and partially the data into smaller subset, minimizing the variance of the target variable within each subset. At each node, the decision tree minimize the following criteria. Variance reduction formula is below listed here. The last and least algorithm we use as random forest regression. The random forest regression is an ensemble learning method that builds multiple decision tree, averages their prediction to improve accuracy and reduce overfitting. Prediction from random forest, it's mean of prediction of each individual tree. So below is the formula for a random forest regressor. The historic gradient descent. The historic gradient descent was included in my study due to the sustainability for online learning in dynamic environment. This social media platform like Instagram generating continuous stream of data, making it essential to use algorithm that can efficiently update model parameter in real time. The SDG regressor is particular.
Sir, you are not audible.
Mr. Karthik, I think he's lost his connection. How many more papers do we have?
Ma'am, this is the last presentation.
Okay, this is the last one. Okay.
Sorry for the internet issue. I may log out.
No problem, sir. You can continue from where you left.
Yeah, really sorry for that. So we are talking about model performance. So my matrix like R square MSC, we have used for all 5 algorithms, in which the best
Excuse me, Laksha, you'll have to share your screen again because we can't see it.
Ma'am, I shared my screen. You can't see it.
No.
Sir, you can share your PPT with me. I can share it on behalf of you if you are facing network issues.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
I have shared in chat box.
Waiting. Or like it does not reach to me. Sir, your PPT.
Sir, it's going like 1 MB is left to upload.
Sir, I will
Oh.
share my PPT. Okay, Laksh, you continue with it. Okay.
Yeah, my co-author can share the PPT.
We can then. No problem.
Okay. So we are on result, Chitraksh. Slide number 14, Chitraksh. Yeah. So model performance, the random forest regressors show best performance efficiently capturing non-linear relationship due to its ensemble approach. The decision tree where R square is where 0.78 and MSC is 140, but lacked of round robust and ensemble methods. Passive aggressive regressor slightly outperformed SDG like 0.70, offering real-time learning benefits, but struggled with non-linear patterns. Linear regression, like whereas R square is 0.72 and MSC is 160.3, served as baseline limit by its assumption of linear relationship. So the best performance is given by.
Sorry to interrupt in between, sir, but you have 1 minute to conclude.
Okay. So best performance is given by passive aggressive regressor. Chitaksh, can we move on conclusion as per the time? Okay. So concluding my result, this study involved machine learning models to predict Instagram post impression using engagement metrics like, comments, and profile visit. The mesh model performance, as I said earlier, random forest is the best performance in this, capturing non-linear relationship, reducing overfitting, and deliver accurate prediction. Real-time models like passive aggressive and SDG regressor throughout less accurate and are ideal for dynamic and real-time environment. Key features like profile visit and comments emerge as a top predictors, emphasizing the role of using engagement in driving reach. The model is adaptable to another platform as well as Facebook, Twitter by integrating platform-specific metrics. Further enhancement and search as content and semantic analytics could further refine prediction, helping marketers to optimize content strategy and improve targeting and maximize engagement. So thank you. We are open for any questions.
Thank you. So, ma'am, do you have any questions?
Yes, thank you, Laksha. It's a good study, and I hope to see it being used actually by people who are into marketing.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
just one question: how many, like when you have checked all these likes and comments and all, from how many accounts have you actually done the study for your study? How many accounts?
For dataset is not directly available with Instagram. So since Instagram don't provide direct access to details, so we have manually extracted Instagram insight from minimum 200 accounts.
Okay.
Like we use Python code to run out what's the profile visit and likes, share according to a hashtag used.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Now we are moving towards the closing remark. I sincerely thank our authors for their excellent presentation and contribution in this session, and all our participants for being a part of this international conference. I hope this session was informative enough. We, on behalf of the whole team, thank you for your support during the 9th version and all the previous 8th version of the conference. We'll be happy to have you in 10th version 2026. All the papers will be, all the presenters will be getting their digital certificates through email within 2 working days. Further, all the paper have already forwarded to the Springer. The publication will be live within 6 months. Kindly cooperate with the team of SMARTCOM 2025. Ma'am, this is the token of appreciation and love from the team of GR Foundation and partners for chairing the session. Ma'am, please acknowledge our participants.
Yeah, thank you, Karthik. I'm actually delighted to be a part of this conference, the SmartCom 2025, and I thank the organizers for inviting me to chair this online technical session on smart trends in computing and communication. I congratulate all the paper presenters who have presented their papers today. They have done a lot of work, they've put a lot of efforts, and the topics also were very interesting. And if some of them can actually be used, in real life applications, then I think your efforts would be really worthwhile. Good luck to all the paper presenters in whatever you're planning in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for honoring us with your presence. Now,
Yes, thank you.
I request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras for a quick virtual snapshot of the conference. I request everyone to kindly turn on their cameras for a quick virtual snapshot of the conference. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay connected.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am. Thank you, everyone.